Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Peace, love, and abundance to everybody watching right now. I show my gratitude, you feel me? If you want to support the channel or yourself, I have some courses available, and I have a Retain gang community that you can join if you want to dive deeper into your self-improvement, all right? I'll leave my links in my description and my pinned comments. But check this out, man. The dark truth about relapsing and what it really does to you, what they don't want you to know about it, is serious. See what I'm saying? If you go on Google right now and you try to type in retention and the benefits, you're going to see, the first thing you're going to see is these pages talking about how it's okay to relapse, it's okay to release every now and then, release that pressure. There's no scientific proof of any health benefits, or if you release, there's no scientific proof that it does any damage to you. I remember when I first started my journey years ago, if you type in that same thing, you have all these Reddit pages pop up and all these testimonies of how it changed people's lives. But now you got to scroll down, a few pages to see those same testimonies. Why? Because they don't want you to know. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to become the best version of yourself. You see? Why would you tell somebody that it's okay? Not saying that, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, every now and then it's going to just destroy you. That's not what I'm saying. But to tell somebody that it's okay to release that pressure and release your seed without giving them the other side of it, right? You become misinformed. You get misinformation. So now you don't have the full concept of the situation. You see? And that kind of goes along with, especially the Western world, just how we think. We think with our logical side. If we can't prove it scientifically, it don't exist. We've totally left out the spiritual aspect or the esoteric aspect of life. You can't live like that. For example, just look at most of the foods that have sugar in it, right? Refined sugar, white sugar. You see, sugar is a natural substance. But the white sugar, what makes it so dangerous and unhealthy is because it gets isolated from a natural source. It becomes isolated. You take it away from its natural source. So now it becomes deadly. So that's what's happening to us too. Like they're extracting only the material aspect of things and not giving you the full spectrum, not giving you the full source of it. If I'm going to tell you that it's okay to release sometimes, why not tell you how to utilize that energy, how to transmute that energy? You see, I'm going to give you the full spectrum of it so that you truly understand it and you can make the best possible decision for yourself. And I'm not a medical expert, so I don't want you guys to just take what I say and just run with it. But I want you to be your own scientist, to understand yourself, be aware of yourself. That's the key. Can't nobody tell me that I didn't see benefits or I don't know how I feel about myself. I don't know what's going on inside my body. You're supposed to know your body better than anybody else. How can somebody tell you what you're experiencing is false? Or the benefits that you experience is false? How can someone say that? You see what I'm saying? So be your own scientist. This is a free journey. All it takes is discipline. All it takes is patience. That's the cost. But it doesn't cost you anything as far as you don't have to give anything up material-wise. You don't got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Try it for yourself and you be your own scientist. You write down your observations of what you're going through. All right? And that's what we got to get back to, our common sense. You see? Because throughout the years I've been practicing this journey, I've realized that a relapse hurts you more than what you think it does. Okay? They tell you that it's okay to release your seed because they want us to be addicted to stimulation. A lot of us are overstimulated. You see, you're burning out your nervous system. Your central nervous system, which is your brain and your spine, And then you have all these nerves that sprout from your spine, and they connect to every tissue, every fiber, every muscle, every organ in your body. So your nervous system, your central nervous system, is your communication hub. That's how the body communicates with itself. Okay? What happens is a lot of us overstimulate our nervous system because we got too much information being flooded to our brain. Too many chemicals being flooded to the brain. Right? You're thinking about what you got to do next week. You're thinking about what you're going to eat tomorrow. You're thinking about how you're going to pay your bills. You're thinking about past relationships. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, you're looking at the corn. You're stimulating yourself. You're releasing your seed, producing all these chemicals, releasing all these chemicals and flooding your brain with it. Your nervous system has to move all this information from each body part up into your brain. And what happens is you get what they call brain fog or brain lag, brain fatigue. It's too much information. You're overstimulated, right? I remember a couple months back when the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight was going on, right? And so many people was trying to watch that fight on Netflix that it started lagging or it would freeze up to the point where the fight was unwatchable. But why? It was too many people trying to stream it. And Netflix couldn't hold that much information at one time. So the same thing happens to you when you have all of these thoughts, all of these chemicals, all of these emotions at one time being flooded to your brain, right? It starts to lag, it starts to freeze up. A lot of us are burning our nervous system out. And this is why you lack communication skills, you lack the proper thinking process, you're not quick on your feet, your reflexes is off. See, when you release your seed, what happens is in your sacral area of your spine, the nervous system sends contractions or jolts of energy down there to get those muscles working to release your seed. That's why it shoots out the way it does. See what I'm saying? It charges up the prostate, it charges up all the muscles down there to contract it and push it out. And that costs a lot of energy to do that. It takes a lot of information. It takes a lot of concentration from the rest of your body. This is why when you do release, you can't think about nothing else. You can't do nothing else. You can't multitask. You damn near paralyzed, right? You stuck until the process is finished. So it's very taxing. It's very stressful on your nervous system. So a lot of you guys, you might see it in a reflection of you trying to talk to women and you're nervous. Keyword nervous, right? What does being nervous mean? It means that you're agitated or, you're anxious. Why does that happen? Because you're overstimulated. You're sending too much information to the mind. You're thinking about the outcome of talking to her. She might reject you. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking about all the possibilities, and this agitates you and makes your nervous system hyperactive. That's what it does. So we got to learn how to cure this process. Mindful meditation is one of the best things you can do. Cut yourself off from the stimulation. Bring your body back to default. You don't realize how much stimulation you're taking on every single day. You might not even be trying to take on stimulation sometimes, but it can be in the form of conversation, you just being in a stressful environment, at work. You got all this outside, information flooding into you, and you got to be aware, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are in fight or flight mode. Your adrenaline is pumping. Okay, your stress is at a high level. So you're always in survival mode. But this is burning you out. Okay, so this is why I want you guys to be more self-aware. You got to realize what's going on within your body and why you react or you do certain things, because the body is controlling what you do. It's trying to relieve itself of the stress of that survival mode. So a lot of you guys will fall victim to that, and you'll go ahead and release your energy. You've been trained to do that. Okay? I was doing a consultation with a guy, and he said that he tends to relapse a lot when he's bored. Right? And I thought that was interesting because being bored is the lack of stimulation. You have no stimulation that's giving you instant gratification. So in that moment, you're alone with yourself. You're not attached to anything in that moment. And I came to the conclusion that he would relapse when he was bored because he's addicted to stimulation. He doesn't know how to handle not being in that space. He don't know how to handle it. So you got to train yourself to cut the cords. You got to practice cutting off those cords of stimulation. All these sources that's pulling on your energy, that you're connected to, that you rely on. I was meditating the other night, man, and I was having an issue with feeling stuck, or I was feeling like I keep experiencing the same emotional roller coaster over and over and over again, right? And I was talking to my higher self, man, and my higher self said, just let go. You got to just let go. And it clicked, right? Something so simple, it lit up a light bulb in my head. And so then I started going through everything that I was connected to, everything that I was thinking about throughout my day. And I started just detaching, cutting that cord. And man, when I tell you, I felt so much lighter, I felt better, I felt more coherent. It really works. So my homework for you guys is monitor your thoughts. Just look at what you're thinking about. Observe what you're thinking about on a daily basis. They're all distractions. That's what my higher self was telling me. Like, all these things that's on your mind, bro, it's just taking up space. It doesn't need to be there. And it's causing you to be overstimulated. It's causing you to be hyperactive. This is why things can't work out in your life. This is why you can't receive abundance and blessings. Because your nervous system is flooded with information, useless information, right? So your nervous system is the stream of consciousness within itself. It's the communication hub. It's electricity. It's light. So how can you receive light codes if your nervous system, the highways of your nervous system is overflooded? How can you receive any new information? How can you receive anything new? How can it happen? How can you receive anything new if everything is blocked up? You see what I'm saying? So it's all about letting go. And this is where we get to the spiritual part. Your nervous system is correlated with your spiritual or your higher self too, because remember, it's consciousness. So you can't be in your higher self when you're always in a fear-like state. You're always worried about something. You're always in survival mode. God and fear don't occupy the same space. So you can't be in two places at the same time. So that's the idea. All this stuff is to keep us in our lower self. It's to keep us agitated. It's to keep us nervous. It's to keep us alert, right? We're always on 10 instead of being able to relax and let life flow. Go with the flow of life, right? A lot of you guys that's been strong in your journey, you start realizing that the more and more you discipline yourself and you hold on to your seed, life starts to flow. Abundance flows into your life. Everything feels less forced. You're not forcing anything. You're not forcing women to come into your life. You're not forcing opportunities, right? Your health is getting better. Some of you guys even start talking more. You're more talkative. You express yourself a lot more because you're powered up. Your chakras are being powered up. And we're going to talk about the throat chakra. That's my next in my series. If y'all check out my chakra series, right? But it's all about the overstimulation, right? That's what's killing us, man. That's what's unaliving us. That's what's hurting us in life, period. Okay? So you got to have a balance. We're not supposed to be in fight or flight mode all the time. You see, that is an animalistic way of living. It's 2025 now, man. You have to learn how to live in a higher frequency. Okay? Stop worrying about the mundane material things. That's what they want you to worry about. Start focusing on your higher self, your higher power, your energy, your frequency, what's going on inside of here. Because this is your world. This is your reality. Everything out here is a reflection of this. That's it. Look around you right now. Everything you see is a reflection. You manifested this. You manifested your car, your house, your relationship, your opportunity, your situation. Everything that's going on in your life right now, you manifested that. There's no such thing as coincidences. Okay? So just be mindful, guys, of yourself. Don't let people tell you how you should feel about something. If you know that relapsing hurts you, then that's a real feeling. That's your truth. Okay? Don't let nobody try to persuade you and make you feel like it's okay to hurt yourself. It's okay for you to give away your power, to lower your frequency. All right? That's a trap. Listen to yourself. All right? So with that being said, guys, if you need to speak with me, I do one-on-one consultations. I'll leave my link in my description and in my pinned comments. With that being said, y'all have a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.